So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Abhishek on the other side. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon in order to get the latest notification first. So in today's video, we are gonna start the algorithm playlist. Now in this playlist, what we'll be doing is that we'll be taking one algorithm and then at first I'm going to explain that algorithm and then we'll be solving at least one problem using that algorithm so that you people could understand that algorithm more properly. So without much further ado, let's start out this video. The first algorithm I will be talking today is sieve of Eratosthenes. I hope that I spelled it correctly. So what does this algorithm is used to do? So let's say that we have a number, okay? Let's say that the value of n is, let's say 13, right? And let's say that you want to find all the prime numbers which is present, starting from 0 to 13, right? So we need to print all the prime numbers. Now if you use a simple prime number, then what would you do? You would for each prime number you would be checking whether so what you would do as per as a brute force solution, you would be taking one number. Let's say you take 3, right? And then you would be checking for each prime number. You would be checking whether that number is prime or not, right? But that would actually increase our time complexity, right? But using the sieve of Eratosthenes, we could achieve this using just a big of n time complexity. So let's see how we could do that. So let's say that we have an array, and the size of the array should be the n plus 1. Okay, and where this number n is, the number n is this n. Okay, so over here the value of n is 13, right? So we will be having 13 dashes, right? So let me just consider an array which, so let's just first consider an array. So in this array we'll be having 14 boxes, right? That is n plus 1. So let's consider this, let's say this is, and this is 13, right? So over here we have actually 14 blocks, right? As you can see, because it is starting with 0, right? And so we'll be having 14 blocks. Now the value of each block for this will be currently set to true. Okay, so we need to set each value of this to true. Okay, so this is true. So as you can see that over here we have set it each and every one to be true, right? Now what does this true mean? This true means that over here true means that they are prime in number, right? Prime in nature. And if it is false, then we're gonna say that it is not prime. Okay, this is what they mean. Okay, this is not prime. Okay, this is what they represent. Okay, so we know that 0 and 1 is neither prime, right? Is not prime, right? So we're gonna make them as false at first, and hence we are gonna ignore them. Okay, so the first prime or the smallest prime for this series is 2, right? So it will remain true as it is, right? Now according to sieve of Eratosthenes, what we will be doing, whoever which number above 2, right? Above 2, the number which is the multiple of 2, we need to make them as non-prime. So over here you can see that 4 is a multiple of 2, right? So hence we are going to make it false. So this is false. Let me just cut this out, right? So let me just change the color to, so as you can see, so this is false, right? So this will be false because it is a multiple of 2, right? Similarly this 6 will also be false, right? Because it is a multiple of 2. So let's make it false. Remove this 2. Similarly this 8 will also be false because it is a multiple of 2. This 10 will also be false because it is a multiple of 2, right? And similarly this 12 is also false because it is a multiple of 2, right? So that's why they have become false. So now Now there is no more multiples of 2, so we'll be moving our pointer. Let's say consider pointer I. Okay, so currently it was in index 2, so now we'll be moving it to index 3. So now in the index 3 we'll be making whichever is the multiple of 3, we need to make them as false, right? Now we'll be starting checking from 3 square. Okay, yeah, 3 square, that is 3 into 2, 3 into 3, that is 9. Now the reason we'll be starting checking from 9 because the previous value of this 3 is actually 3 into 2, right? But we know that 2 is already checked, right? And whoever is the multiple of 2 is already has become a non-prime number, right? So it doesn't make any sense to check again this same number, right? Because it is already false, right? So we will start checking from this number square. Okay, so we will be come to 9, right? Now 9 is a multiple of 3, right? So we'll be making this to be false. Similarly 12 is a similarly 12 is a multiple of 3, right? But it is false, so it doesn't matter. So next we'll be moving to 4, right? Because there is no number left which is a multiple of 3, right? Next we move into 4. Now 4 is already a non-prime number. Now if it is a non-prime number, we will just skip that number. Okay, so and next we will start checking, increment our I, and we'll start checking to fifth index. Now we need to make whichever is the now we will start checking from 5 square, right? That is 25. But as you can see over here, there is no 25, right? 25 is not there. So if our n square, right, or you can see if our I square, right, because we are considering I to be the index, right? Yeah, if our I square becomes greater, right? If our I square becomes greater, then the then the size of the array over here, the size of the array is n, right? And then we are gonna just stop over there. Okay, so over here you can see the size of the array is, yeah, we're gonna stop. We can also stop over there. Over here only we can stop because you know that 4 square is 16, right? And 16 is greater than 13, right? So we should be stop at 4 only, right? So we're going to stop over here at this position. And if you see now whichever value are true in the array, which are true are actually they are the prime number. At first here you can see that 2 is true, right? So which means 2 is prime number, you know that. And 3 is true, so 3 is prime number. 5 is true, 5 is prime number. 7 is true, 7 is prime number. Then we have 11 as true, so again we have 11 as prime number. Next we have 13 as true, and hence this is also prime number, right? And hence we have got all the prime numbers in this between 0 and 13, right? We have got all the prime numbers including 13, right? So we have got all the prime numbers from this array. So now let's the time complexity for this algorithm will be big of n log of log n. Now that's what is gonna be the time complexity for this algorithm, okay? And the space complexity for this algorithm will be big of n because we are using a extra space over here, right? As you can see in the form of an array over here, we are using a extra space over here. So now let's understand this algorithm with an example. So so the problem we are going to solve is count primes. Now it is a medium level question from LeetCode. The problem states that you are given an integer n, and all you need to do is that we need to return the number of prime numbers that are strictly less than n. So let's say that we have a n, right? We have a number n. I have already discussed it in CO vectors, right? So let's say the value of n is 10, right? And the prime numbers which are less than n are actually 2, 3, 5, and 7, right? So as you can see that over here we need to find the prime numbers which are less than n, right? So and hence we can easily use sieve of Eratosthenes over here, right? So now let's I have already discussed the algorithm, right, in my previous part. So now let's see how using sieve of Eratosthenes we can solve this problem. So now let's see the code for this algorithm. So at first what I'm going to do, I want to check if our n value of n is less than equals to 1, okay? So if it is, or you can say if it is less than equals to 2, right? Then it will always return me 0, right? Why? Because we need to find the numbers we need to find those prime numbers which are less than 2, right? But we know that the number that the prime number is less than 2 is actually 0, right? And hence we will be returning 0 if the value of if our value of n is less than equals to 2, right? So now let's say that, so now let's create a function, right, in the name of sieve of Eratosthenes, right? So now let's see how using this algorithm we can solve this problem, okay? So we are actually passing the value of n over here as the parameter. So let's get a function over here. In this function we will be returning the number of prime numbers, right? So let's write the function name as sieve of Eratosthenes, right? I hope that I have written the correct spelling over here. So let me just pass this parameter, right? Now, the first step I'm gonna do is that I need to have an array, right? Or let's say I could have a vector, okay? Now in this vector, let's say the vector is of type bool, and let's name it as v. And the size of the vector over here will be n, right? Because we need to find the prime numbers which are less than n, right? So initially the value of each member of this vector is false, is true, will be true, right? Which means that currently each of them are prime number, right? So we need to make the v of 0 as false, right? Because it is not a prime number. And similarly, we need to make the v of 1 as false because it's also not a prime number, right? So now next step we are going to do is that we need to take a while loop, right? Now we need to have a long data type, right? Because here we can, if we see the constant is 10 to the power 6, right? Because if we use the integer data type, then it will be out of the range, right? Because if I multiply 10 to the power 6 with 10 to the power 6, then it is quite a large value, right? So we need to take a long data type over here. So let's consider it to be some element, right? Currently it is 2, right? Now if our element square, right, and now our element square should always be less than equals to, or you can say less than n, right? Now next step we're gonna do is that we're gonna have a for loop, right? Now in this for loop, what we'll be having, we'll be having a, before that we'll be checking whether p of element, right? Or you can consider it to be index. It's better to name it as index, okay? Oh yeah, that helps. So let me just name it as index. Yeah, we're gonna check whether our v of index, right, is equals to 1. That means whether it is prime number or not, right? If it is prime number, and then we're gonna go inside this condition block. Inside this condition block we'll be having a I, which will be starting from index dot square, as I have already told you why we are doing this, right? Now would we go up to I less than n, right? And then we are going to increment this I by the index. Okay, that means whichever is the multiple of this index, we're going to make that element as false, right? Because it is not prime in nature. So we're going to make the v of I as false, right? And after doing that, coming up, so now what we're going to do, we need to increment this value of index by 1, right? And then after going outside the while loop, would be would be have a variable count. Now this count is going to count the number of prime numbers which are present in our array. So let's take a long and start from I equals 0. Let's go up to, or you can also start from I equals 2, doesn't matter. So if our v of I, right, or you can also name it as prime. Okay, v of I. Okay, if our v of I is equals to 1, that means if it is prime, then we're gonna make this count as plus plus, and then we're gonna just return count. Okay, so I hope that it will work. So let me just run the code quickly. So over here you can see that it is accepted, right? So let me just submit it, see if it is accepted for all the test cases or not. As you can see, it is accepted, right? So the time complexity for this algorithm will be bigger of in log n. Okay, now that's the time complexity of CVOP Eratosthenes, right? Okay, because here we can see that we are actually using the log n way, right? We are not actually going through each and every element, right, over here. Now the space complexity of this algorithm will be big of n. Okay, because we are using an array over here, as you can see. So I hope that you like this video. If you like this video, do give a thumbs up to the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon in order to get the latest notification first. So I will see you in my next video.